Hello and welcome. Oops. How are you all doing this evening? I wasn't going to live stream, but then in the end I just, decided that I would. So here I am. As always, you're very welcome to this stream this evening, where I will be building mainly Dante, Commander Dante. But there we go. But if we do get some time, and I think we will, we'll crack on with the Venator, and then I'll be building the Venator tomorrow as well. So yes, how are you all? What are you up to this evening? Hello Tex, hello Michael, hello Dino Renzo, Merfolk Beer. Hello, how are you doing? Right, I'm just going to crack on. Why not? So, I don't know if anybody had the metal Commander Dante, but mine always fell over. Like, no matter what I did to him and things, he's sort of so heavy. He'd always sort of topple over. It was in that pose where he would. And then I think they turned him into Finecast. I think they did. And yeah, obviously then there weren't any issues in regards to falling over with the Finecast. But now he's crossed the Rubicon in the supermarket, and he's now bigger, better with the jump pack. I think in the little caption of the comment section in his unboxing that I released just a moment ago, a little bit early on, I think I put that it's like maybe it's the first Primaris jump pack, but it's not, because Shrike has had the Primaris procedure, and he's got jump pack, hasn't he? So yeah, I don't think it'll be too long before we get some Assault Primaris with jump packs. We'll see. Okay, so 12 and 13. Painting is coming to the channel. Do not worry. I did say that would be the thing for 2023. Less building and more painting, or should I just say more painting, really. So that is on its way very soon. I know a lot of people would like to watch me paint. Not quite sure why, but oh yes, this awesome Inferno pistol. I'm hoping his rules are just on the community website, because I don't think I've had a good look at them. Is it Louis Dante? Well, you taught me something today. I did not know that was his first name. Okay, what's this? Yeah, he shouldn't take me too long to put together in the scheme of things. 11, 9 and 10. It's almost like his head, bless it, is sandwiched between two wreaths. go. And 8. So that's his Iron Halo. And we've got the part of its Scenic Base. What is it with Blood Angels and Scenic Bases? I guess we better get Dante down. Sanguinius down in a little while. 15 and 14. These wings on his sort of boots remind me of, is it Apollo? Yeah, they sort of remind me of him. Oh wow, yeah, the jump pack's got a fair number of stages to it. There we go. 22 and 21. 22. 21. And then 23 and 24. So these thrusters. 26 and 25. And that is the sprue. That is it. So that can go. We might as well start building the Venator at this rate. No, there's going to be a bit of cleaning up to do on this. And let's grab Sanguinius down without dropping him. I don't want to have another Code Magnus situation here. There we go. Yeah, so don't be shy if this is your first time on the stream and things. I normally ask people to write down what they're working on tonight, what they're painting. While you guys are listening to me or chipping in with the live stream. As I say, I will be live streaming a fair bit tomorrow. Not as long as I did last weekend. I streamed a good chunk last weekend on Sunday. But tomorrow most likely will be the Venator. Whatever we don't do today, we'll finish the Venator tomorrow. Unless you would rather me build Azrael or Arkifane, Vashtorr. I think Vashtorr is quite a fun kit. Not really sure what to do with Vashtorr, where he's going to fit in the armies and things. So it'd be nice if he had some Dark Mechanicum to mill around with. But oh, nice one. Dino Renzo, you're painting the captain in Gravis armor from the Border Patrol. Great. Carlo Raptor is currently working on an Impulsor and then some heavy intercessors. Nice one, guys. So I think that's 2 Space Marines so far. Oh, and then we've got Sandstorm 54 is building Calgor and some Victrix Guards. So wow, Space Marines all round tonight then. Everyone's working on their Space Marines. Oh yeah, so Arthur Dane, yeah, definitely. That would be so cool, wouldn't it? If we got some Dark Mechanicus or Dark Mechanicum. Be nice to get some plastic Mechanicum for Horus Heresy. You know, we haven't quite had a year yet, have we, of Heresy. Was it sort of June time? last year without checking my videos. I'm sure it was about June time. You get them done before the Terminators come along. Nice, good, good idea. Yeah. You're about to stick some intercessor legs on some suppressors. Interesting. Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds like a nice sort of conversion unit. Yeah. You missed the good old unboxing videos where you were mega positive about the sprues. I don't know about that. I mean, I remember being negative about the Void Dragon only being like one sprue. I think I've been negative about 2 sprue Techless from a few years ago. I don't think I'm mega positive about everything. I think I call it how I see it, and you know. Yeah, if you see me unboxing and reviewing models before release day and I'm super positive about them, then you know that Games Workshop have been sending me things. And then it's up to you to make that decision whether you still kind of trust my my humble opinions on these things, you know. If anything, I think I have to sometimes reel myself in because I'm too positive, maybe. It's difficult. It's difficult to kind of... I look at it objectively, each product, each mini as they come. I don't really take a step back and think, oh, was I positive on this or negative of this? If there are just like a series of models that I'm not really a big fan of, then I will say it. I won't kind of censor myself. I won't say, oh well, super, you've been a bit negative for the past 3 reviews. Be positive for this one just for the sake of kind of balance. No, if there are, and that works the other way. If there are positive minis to go from, I just think £27.50. It's a lot for a single mini now, and it very quickly becomes the norm. The norm, and they test the water out with Primaris really. They were the kits that they had quite a high price point for 10 of them, 10 Primaris, and then all of a sudden, that price point became the price point for Age of Sigmar, 10 miniatures, and all the other races as well. Yeah, I mean, I just call it how I see it, really. I think. I don't know. I don't think I've been too negative. I just, yeah, try and be objective as possible and unbiased, which is very, very difficult because I'm so passionate about the hobby. I wouldn't have changed the channel to Warhammer. I wouldn't get all of these miniatures and do reviews and unboxings if I wasn't passionate about it. And likewise, I wouldn't have high expectations either if I wasn't so passionate about it. But anyway, Man of Action, you're building 30k figures and mixing it in 40k armor sets. Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah, that's good. No, you mean you have a lot of new stuff unboxed. A lot of new stuff unboxed. Oh, good. So you negative. You mean that you have a lot of new stuff unboxed? Yeah, I mean, I guess I have been doing a lot of unboxings and not as many reviews. It's just the way it crumbled with the Imperium first looks. Just so happened that I was ill, and I couldn't actually do reviews for a little while. So I had a load of unboxings from before, and that then, you know, timed in with the Imperium first looks. And now, over the next few days, there's going to be a fair few unboxings of all these new minis. So, but the week after, there'll be reviews, and it will either be reviews of these or it'll be reviews of Dark Angels, because all my Dark Angels are pretty much built, ready to spray and paint. So they need to be reviewed before I start releasing more Wordbearer unboxings. And sometimes there'll be like a miniature that you might not expect, such as the, you know, this Doredio. You know, you might not expect me to just throw a review out like that of a Doredio, which is quite cool. I like that sort of randomness as well. It's true, Carl Raptor, yeah, it's true. You like the 30k sprues and models, and the new 40k figures are over-engineered for my time, yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I think the painting as well, I think for 40k is, I don't know whether it's changed that much, but compared to Horus Heresy, I just think that 40k is more, not cartoony, but quite bright in its colours. Especially like the new Tyranids and the new Ultramarines and things. So, whereas this is still quite grimy. Maybe not if they had like Imperial Fist tanks on every box set, but I think they can get away with Sons of Horus. I mean, it's pretty cool when you think about it, that this is the Horus Heresy, and I'd say most of the boxes have Sons of Horus colours on, which is, think about it, pretty cool. I wonder, just, you know, as like a fun stat, whether there are more traitor players out there than loyalist. Like, I mean, I prefer the look of the traitor legions, definitely, and the colours and things. But yeah. I don't know. I think it's because your comment, Dane, was hell for review. I think only because it had the word nipples in, but I think we can say nipples here. Hi, Revan, how you doing? Half an hour question, half an hour question answered. Oh, okay. Oh, no, I'm not taking any negativity. I know you. I know you like me the way I am. I'm not taking anything negative from your view of the videos at all, DJ. I meant there weren't a lot of videos that I watched because there weren't many new armies and boxes unboxed. I meant there weren't a lot of videos that I watched. Oh, right, okay. They just want a lot of videos that you watch. Fair enough. I just remember you from being around for quite some time, so I sort of assumed that you watched quite a few of the videos, that's all. I know you've been sort of on the channel like a few years. I'm sure you have. If it's only been a year, then where has the time gone, really? But Calgar with or without the helmet? I mean, I think you should magnetize his hearts. Too soon, too soon. Mine has the helmet, and the reason why mine has a helmet, because I don't really think he came with a helmet for quite a few editions or whatever. But his face is pretty iconic for Ultramarines, Calgar. I'm wondering if like Gilliman is now stepping into the limelight a bit more. I mean, a fair few of the Ultramarine characters are pretty famous, aren't they? Let's face it. But I don't know. If you gave me Calgar now, I'd build him without the helmet. Okay. So unfortunately, Dante, I have to build him with a helmet because he's so beautiful. He doesn't want to put anybody. He doesn't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable by his by his golden locks. No, I'm kidding. Dante's pretty old now. He is one of the oldest Space Marines. So I'm sure he's quite charming underneath. But I think which order to put his torso and things on. Probably this way. You always go barehead for characters. Nice. Except for Dante, of course. And Alfarius. I don't know. That's a good point, actually. If there isn't a barehead option with a character, do you just like find a random barehead, or because did they release? I'm sure Forge World released a load of resin heads. Some, you know, I'd be interested to find out if you pick them up, and if you would be using them on some of your characters and things. I don't know. Oh wow. Meepish, how are you doing? What does the future plan hold for 30k? What in general, like for me, or for 30k for Games Workshop? Well, I'll talk about Games Workshop first, and what I think they've probably got plans for. I think they're going to crack on with the vehicles and the tanks and things that their profit margin is easy to recoup quicker first. You know, before they dive into like box sets of plastic breaches or assault marines or anything like that, or characters even. I think they'll still do these quick wins. I'm hoping for a Storm Eagle. I'm hoping for a Xiphon, something, you know. Their rules and things are in the books. They don't necessarily need to be retooled either, like the Mastodon and the Falchion. I'm hoping that we do get more troops and things, and I'm hoping we get some Mechanicum, because it's been almost a year. And of late, we've had a bit of a kind of step back with the resin torsos and the removal of resin weapons, and I think we've got like chain swords and bolt pistols coming, but I think they're resin, I think. So that's a bit sad. But yeah, I'm hoping they expand the range, maybe bring out a few things that you wouldn't expect, some new things, and you know, expand into Mechanicum, hopefully. And demons. It'd be nice to see some more plastic demons. Or if they just went full on kind of auxilia, solar auxilia with you know, using the new Cadians in a way, the new guard. That would be quite cool if they had a full plastic faction. And then they had upgrade sprues of like chaos cultists, or, you know, because there's so many you know, armies and lore that they can pull upon from the Siege of Terror and all of the other 58 books. It's I think the land speeders look a bit silly though, with like the tank-sized sponson weapons. Yeah, see if you agree with me on that one. So many comments today. That's great, guys. Revenue asks a question. Top 3 army sets and the most regretted army set ever purchased. Top 3 army sets. I don't think I've got that many, really. Slaves to Darkness probably would be up there as one of the best, because it had all new minis in, and it had the cards. It's just a really good package. I regret Lumineth, even though Lumineth had some very nice dice and, you know, those kind of things. The Orc one was good, but they didn't have much customization for the boys, did they? Seraphon, like, I'm kind of looking forward to Seraphon. I have pre-ordered the Seraphon, by the way. But I'm more sold on the dual units now in the kit. It's just, for me, other than the colour of them, I think when they're kind of creatures like that, and with the frills and the tails, and I just think, and they're not covered in armour per se, I think they're just harder to hide duplicates than, say, the Blood Knights or whatever, any other sort of cavalry, because those kind of cavalry kind of blend in because of the armour and things. Whereas these raptors, they can be a bit samey. So I'm going to have to, yeah, we'll address it when it arrives. Games Workshop will purge most of Resin Kit in 10th edition. Oh, the Finecast? Yeah, I hope so. That would be good. Let's get rid of it, you know. It's just the time it takes. It's such a awkward substance to use and to model with. In a way, it's great because you don't need to wash it, and it's very soft, so you can manipulate it. But at the same time, there's a load of flash on there and parts to clean up, and yeah. Oh, nice one, Carla Raptor, nice one. Yeah, yeah. So you try and find a unique looking head. Good, good. You're waiting for Epic? Okay. I mean, it would be nice if they brought back Epic. We're sort of halfway there, aren't we? Really, we've got Adeptus Titanicus, and then we've got Aeronautica. You know, we're getting there. That would be very, very cool. It's just Forge World did away with those boards. Those Titanicus boards were so cool, but pretty expensive at the same time. Of course they're expensive, but they would have been awesome to fight some games on. Just one tile, and one resin tile for a game. You were pretty peeved off with the announcement that the Glaive Mastodon was staying resin. Well, it's out of your control. I mean, you know, if somebody or some people have told you or promised you that it would be coming out in plastic and they're not, then kind of understand that a bit. But yeah, just because they've done a plastic Spartan, there's no, or a plastic Baneblade. They did the plastic Baneblade 16 years ago, but just because they've done that, it doesn't really mean that they're gonna bring it out in full plastic. They might do. This is the thing. I wouldn't give up all hope. You know, this might be just a stopgap. You've seen how relentless their schedule is. I've heard that they've got stock issues as well and warehouse issues. So it might just be a stopgap. I think it's much quicker and easier just to retool 2 parts of a resin kit than it is to create a full-on CAD injection mould and start selling plastic mastodons for £250. You know, I question if people would even be able to afford a £250 mastodon. That's the thing. And also, like the price of kits and things, I don't think it's sort of one person's decision. I think you know, as a company, it has to go up higher to get approval. But yeah, I'm sure there's lots of things in the pipeline for that. You got so used to the new land speeders. Yeah. How long do the tanks last on the table? Which tanks? What, these? The Sicarans? Well, unless they're against another tank hunter, I'd say they last a fair amount. They're fast, they're tough, they've got good armour. Like this is the thing. It's difficult to say with Horus Heresy because they've got hull points and they don't have that many hull points. So I understand it's a difficult choice to make when it comes to tanks. Like Contemptors are pretty much an auto include, and troops as well for capturing the objectives and for reactions as well. But these Sicarans, I think they've got a good balance, but this one in particular is quite specific. I would probably say it, you know, you'd get your points back quicker with this one than the standard, because this is dedicated, so this can wipe out your Terminators, your Dreadnoughts, your other tanks. It's a bit more survivable than like a couple of predators. I hope that helps. I hope that's what you meant. I'm going to drill a hole now in this melter. I have to decide what size hole I want though. Yeah, it's way too big. We'll go for this one. This one looks about right. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I understand. You don't play games with lots of tanks, and I hope you can understand that I don't buy minis to play games. A lot of mine is for the videos and reviews and unboxings, but also for you know, keeping up the like a narrative collection for the Force. You know, there are people that buy minis just to paint, people that buy minis just to build, people that just to collect, and people that just use them to play, and that's all cool. The start collecting box is better than the I think it's different courses. I mean, the start collecting doesn't have the rule book in, does it? That's the, you know, the actual 3rd edition book. So already that's a big negative. The army set has got all brand new miniatures, and the start collecting set doesn't. You haven't got the big cards, which are like £15. So I'm seeing a lot of positives from the army set, and people want me to do that. Revan, I know you're heavily trying to convince me to get the start collecting set if I can. Believe me, I would try and get it. I would try and get it on top of the army set, but with them, because I want to paint them and I want to live stream it, I don't want to get too many good things, because that will affect the speed of me actually painting them and things. Is Epic coming out again, or is it just an assumption? Above Sandstorm put the comment, I'm waiting for Epic. So that's where, you know, we've just been having that discussion over. Tiny Primarchs, yes. Sort of like have a Baby Yoda sized Emperor class. I don't know. Tiny Primarchs, yeah. Imagine that. I do think like the dreadnoughts, the tiny dreadnoughts and the tiny rhinos and things would be really cool. I mean, I've got a tiny T-Hawk. You know, they could do a tiny rhino with tiny bolters. Oh, they could do a Thunderhawk transporter as well, possibly. Yeah, they do. They do have a very good foundation, and I hope it continues to sell well. But at the same time, they've fallen kind of foul to their own ambitions before when they just released so many different game systems and things. You can probably remember some of the game systems, Mordheim, for instance. You know, there's so many that they started and then they failed, I guess. Would that be the right term? They didn't continue. They chose not to support them, didn't they? I suppose it's better to say it like that. I have got some Tamiya Thin coming, just to, you know, give you an update on my glue supply issues. And I'm going to be checking all my paints next weekend as well. Okay, so it's going to only go one way. That might be a bit too much. No. Oh, no, it's fine. as we will get. Okay, so all I wanted really was a little bit of that. Lovely. And we can put the axe on, or no, let's just put this ribbon in. Like his father, Dante has grown accustomed to having a load of ribbons and things, and purity seals flowing off of him. So. Yeah, I kind of don't think that we should have Dante at this point in the year. I think this is very, very early for us to own him. Rate the best kill team so far. 2 Custodies. Angron, he's a bit of a unit as a kill team. He's a one-man army, isn't he? Or do you mean like the kill team like box sets? I don't know. I like the Arbites one. I would like to get the Arbites, to be fair, but we'll see. We'll see. You're 4 hours of painting, and you're at 4 hours of painting, and I didn't even put the shade. Whoa. Please do put your painting in the Discord. I mean, that sounds like you've spent a long time painting today. Oh. Oh dear. Sorry about that, guys. Wish I could hit the mute button fast enough. Yeah, no worries, man. Goodbye. Goodbye. Right. It's quite strange that we're putting the shoulder pauldrons on right now, but usually you put them on one of the last things. It's okay though. We haven't got much more left of Dante. Before we crack open that cigar. I might need to get a drink. Right, so his head is in a few parts. Are you going to make an unboxing from Lion? Yeah, I guess so. Lost my Mark III right leg, can't find it in my room. Oh, thank you. Is there a mute thing on here? Oh yeah, there is. Okay, I can do that. I know how to do that. Just if I have to start having a coughing fit or something. Thank you, Sampler. Thanks, Revan. Yeah, I thought that these would be a bit trickier, but no. I keep thinking that the picture quality is a bit odd, but let's just change that to that. just, there you go. That might change things a bit. Oh. Okay, right, so this iron halo. Can't do much about those very, very small mould lines in between. They're very, very small. If I had some extra thin, I'd probably use that on them. But they're not too bad. These ones, on the other hand, like around the studs. I mean, this is quite a small, intricate piece for plastic. I'm actually quite impressed that they've managed to pull this one off. But yeah, I'll get a drink in about half an hour. I'm going to be here till about 10 o'clock, then I'll be in the Discord. So anybody that's a member of the Discord, it's all free, of course. I'll hop into the, say, after show, just in the community voice chat. And I'll probably continue building, you know, the Seraphon there. Okay, right, that's the iron halo. Let's put his his face together. Yeah, we'll go with this glue. Even though it's got the brush applicator, the brush is pretty thick, so it's still quite difficult to apply it without too much going on. Oh, okay, that goes on quite nicely. And likewise, there you go. So that's his the wreaths, and then this iron halo just will slot in like so. It's a very small contact point for this one though, so you might want to leave it out, you might want to leave it off to paint the purity seals. But I think the whole helmet is gold anyway, I think, except for the, you know, except for the wreaths. It's like the death mask of Sanguinius, isn't it, you see? So, right, I think we can pop his head on, and then pop him onto this and the base, and then work on that jetpack. So it should be facing down like so. Brilliant. He's legless at the moment though, so let's work on these 3 pieces, and then the power plant, and then we'll kick. And then by that time, probably time for a drink actually at that point. Will 10th edition offer more Death Company, like Infiltrator Death Company, Aggressor Death Company? I'm not sure. I hope so. I hope they do expand on the Death Company, because the Death Company are like one of the coolest, you know, sort of units for Blood Angels. However, and this is written in the lore, Evan. This is written in the lore. The primaris, the whole point of these primaris is they don't have the same genetic flaws as the chapters. So Death Company primaris, just lore-wise, doesn't work because they don't have those flaws. So while it would be cool, you're kind of asking Games Workshop and the lore writers to sort of make the Primaris worse, because it is a flaw in their gene seed. But I do think the Death Company are cool, and it would be nice to get some newer, refreshed models and things. So, yeah. Yeah, and you know, that's the issue, isn't it, as well, Michael, that Primaris are capable to fall from, you know, Blood Rage and things like that. But why though? Because Primaris are meant to be stable. So they kind of like contradicted themselves, you see, by saying that they're stable, and because Primaris were created what 10,000 years ago, before all of the Horus Heresy and things, and they were locked away, weren't they? So they shouldn't have all of that. It's just really, really bizarre. But I will read that book that you've suggested I read. I do read a lot, so yeah. Oh, okay. Thanks, Michael. So how do they explain it then? Do they explain like that they're stable until they get in proximity of another chapter, and then they take on their like how do they explain that? Exactly, Sampler. It's like, you know, the recent article as well, that all of a sudden they don't mind who's in the transport. Well, hold on a minute. For the past sort of 6 years, you couldn't have Primaris and Land Raiders, or normal Space Marines and Impulsors, things like that. But now you can. Yeah, it's a bit wishy-washy, isn't it? At least with Horus Heresy, you kind of know, you know what's going on. Yeah, exactly. Like the curse mutated, like adapted to Primaris. It's really, really strange. Yeah, it's really strange. It's almost like they make it up to sell models. Yeah, we know they do. We know. They do that a few times, don't they? Like, oh, Death Guard can't take Predators, but all of a sudden, Mortarians found some Predators. Right, that's his leg. Their stability is just Call's inability to fix unstable gene seed. So they're stable because he can't fix the gene seed, but they're only stable for a certain amount of time. I think that's what you're getting at, Revan. I think. What type of file do I use? This is Games Workshop's file. They used to sell files. I think medium grit and soft grit. Soft is more of polishing. This is a bit firmer. I bought 2 sets of them quite a few years ago. I cleaned them. They still work. They're fine. It's whatever works for you. I know the back of a blade works for removing mold lines for some people. For me, it doesn't really. It depends what works for you, but you can pick up some files, some glass files. I've heard are quite good. Oh yeah, he's a big boy. This one. 6 years ago, we had this discussion about the transport debacle. Yeah, we did, didn't we? I remember. Yeah. Games Workshop going to release 3 to 4 more transports. They can't keep up with their own releases anymore. I know, Dante is almost done, Sampler, yeah. I've just got his backpack, which apparently consists of more parts than Iron Man's suit. It is a primaris backpack at the end of the day, you know. I'm sure it's very, very complex. While he's just hanging around, I'll work on the jump pack. I'm sure I meant to say jump pack. But yeah, if you've missed any part of this show, I will be live streaming tomorrow, which is a nice bonus. I'll be building again, so I won't be painting. I'll be painting, I think in a couple of weeks, so not next week. Next week will be more building, but then the week after, I'm all set. Got everything ready for it. So, Seraphon. Not really sure what to do with their bases. Part of me wants to do like a swampy kind of Pangea base sort of thing. But also part of me wants to do snowy bases. I don't think that really fits in with the whole kind of cold-blooded lizard theme though. You know, cold-bloods are notorious to needing to warm up their blood before they exert themselves. I assume they're cold-blooded. I mean, it's a fictional universe. They could be warm-blooded, but I doubt it. Really think Primaris Assault Marine must be close. Oh yeah, I hope so. Yeah. Soft sand base. Oh, a sandy base. That would be quite cool. I sort of want to go for like a Jurassic Park themed swampy base though. But sandy base is like a desert, like real sand on your bases. Well, no, that'd just get messy, wouldn't it? But you know what I mean, like modelling sand. That would be so cool for a dinosaur lizard army. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then I've got to decide on colours. Seraphon Park. Welcome to Seraphon Park, where you can meet the Clawstriders. Clawstriders? Whoa, that's Horizon. Playing too much Horizon. You can go and look at the Agrodon paddocks. Are they Star Raptors? I do like the big Slan Toad dude as well. I'll have to pick him up. This is the thing. I want quite a neat sort of small army with them. I don't want masses and masses of skinks or, you know. I want a few of the big dinosaur things. I don't know. I'll get a feel for the army when I get the army book. I'll go through the army book with everyone too. Hello, Russell. How are you doing? I saw your comment earlier, by the way. Thank you for that. And I did wonder whether you'd be in the live stream. So I hope you're doing well. Okay, right. Let's put his jetpack together. I hope not all of the primaris jetpacks are going to be this sort of complex. For anybody that likes Doom, Doom Eternal is included on PlayStation Plus Extra, whatever you want to call it. I already had it from the Xbox, and I think it's been, or it still is, free, included in Xbox Game Pass for quite a while, because since Microsoft's acquisition of Bethesda. But yeah, even though I've played it on Xbox, I am enjoying it again on PlayStation because of the haptic feedback, and it just seems to run really smooth on the console. Oh, and also, like, Vega's voice comes out of the controller, which is quite fun. But anyway, just had a little go of today, just to test it out. Do like Doom. I grew up on Doom and Command and Conquer. Probably one of the reasons why I like collecting armies so much. I could start with Underworld's Warband, or start with the Forge World Carnosaur. Do they still do the Forge World Carnosaur, though, Revan? Didn't they take off all their Age of Sigmar minis? I'm sure someone said that in the comments, like one of the other streams, and I didn't quite believe them. And then I went to go and check, and I couldn't find it. I'm going to go check after this stream, though, because that would be a shame if they've removed the big Carnosaur, though. I just want to have a fantasy Jurassic Park, let's be honest. Oh, yeah, I do. I found out that Lego do a T-Rex escape sort of scene as well, and that looks quite nice. God, that takes me back to when I was a kid. Yeah, I had posters of dinosaurs when I was growing up and things, definitely. Way before I even knew anything about Warhammer. I had those combat cards, though, that I made a video of. I had those, but I didn't know about Games Workshop or Citadel. I just thought Citadel, Citadel cards were just, a company that made cards. I didn't think they were Games Workshop, or it wasn't until I was a bit older and I was introduced to this hobby by a friend, and I've never escaped. No, I did. I've had how many years was it? I probably had about a 5-year hiatus, got into it for a year, and then had another 4 or 5 year hiatus. So with my whole collection, I've probably been out of it for about 10 years, out of that collection. Anyway, enough about that. You love this Hero Blood Angel skin armor. Yeah, and there's no nipple armor either. I know some people liked it, some people didn't like it. I mean, I think they're Blood Angels at the end of the day. Like, if there is a chapter that it would go with, it would be these. So it's not like all Space Marines are walking around with that kind of armour. And it's more of a reflection of like their artificer, like their workmanship and things, that they can create, you know, functional war gear, but also the highest kind of aesthetics, rather than a masculine or, you know, gender kind of thing, or whatever you want to call that. You know, it's kind of like a, we'll make this armor and we'll make it as pretty as we can. And that means adding things on there that, you know, functionally in the battlefield, it's not going to affect anything. Unless they're fighting against Slanesh, and then, yeah. add +1 to hit, maybe. I don't know. 2 main pieces, and then the fins. Well, it could... I think it is going to be the same number. I think it's going to be those 2 main pieces, the thrusters and the fins. So I think every Primaris jet pack may well have, in fact, 6 pieces. But on the plus side, you're probably only going to get 5 in a pack. Anyway, who's in the better pose? Do I really need to put that question out there? Sanguinius or Dante? Is Dante... he's not landing, is he, really? Because he's got that foot on the rubble. So is he flying up and away while he's shooting? Because if he was landing, well, I think he'd land on sort of firmer ground, wouldn't he? He wouldn't land on there. I mean, that takes a lot of skill, I would have thought, to land in power armour. You know how heavy he is, but, you know, let's face it, he's had a fair few years to practice, so. Okay, right. I think that's him done. So, trying to get the right kind of angle for him. Yeah, there will be okay. I don't know, it's just nice to have a Dante that won't fall over all the time, like my metal mini. Sanguinius is more of an angelic pose, yet. He's going to jump to dome somebody. Okay. This is true. Dante would always say Sanguinius has a better landing. Yeah. He would, wouldn't he? Anyway, that is Sanguinius done. I think that's quite cool. Yeah, it's a nice mini. Everything lines up. Doesn't take too long. I think the joy in this one is definitely painting. I thoroughly enjoyed painting my OG Dante. As quickly as I painted him, I thoroughly enjoyed painting him, and I will enjoy painting this guy with my can of Retributor armor spray. Anyway, that's Dante done. Finally, they're reunited at last. Can't wait for the Ascended Sanguinius model coming out. Anyway, that's the instruction guide. That can go in the recycle. Let's crack open this Sakaran. Oh, I did say I was going to grab a drink. It has been over an hour, but let's get these sprues out and things. Do you have Sanguinor? That's a really good question. I think I do, but I'd say I'm 60% sure that I don't. I've got Lamartes. I don't have Astaroth, and I don't think I've got Sanguinor. But I can't remember. You know, some miniatures, like, you want so much, and then you kind of have convinced yourself that you actually own them. That's one of them, the Sanguinor. Oh, thank you. Yeah, appreciate that, sampler. Yeah, I reckon you could probably get away with building and painting Dante if you didn't want to go for non-metallic metallic in 3 hours maximum. I think you could get away with doing that. Yeah, I do. And then you've got your sort of commander, chapter master of the Blood Angels right there then. Oh, no, actually, I need to put that. Oh, no worries. See you later, Car Raptor. See you later. Thanks for watching. So we've got the track sprue. This is the new sprue. I think the unboxing for this is tomorrow, I think. Or is it today? No, it's definitely tomorrow. This is the new sprue. And it's quite a big sprue as well. Is it as big as the OG Sakaran? I'd have to have a re-look at my video. But that's the vehicle sprue. And then that's the, sponson sprue. So what we're going to do is, it's a bit boring going through these tracks and things, even though it has been 8 months since I built the Sakaran. What I will do is I will concentrate on the new pieces. There's only so much of the new piece I can do though, but I'll have a crack at it. I mainly want to build the top and the neutron beam layer if I can for you. So it's a bit of a disjointed way of building one of these, but I'll catch up tomorrow as I'm building this. So we want the this new sprue first of all. We want V32, which is this big top, and we've got the OG one there, just in case. But yeah, if you guys don't want to watch me build a Venator, just say. I mean, I've got Arkifane and Azrael, so let me go grab a drink and then I'll be back. And then if you want to see me build Vashtorr or Azrael instead of the Venator, please put it in the comments. I'll be back in a couple of minutes just to grab a drink, maybe. The light. There we go. Either of those two. I mean, Vashtorr could take a while though. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, so hello Kriegsman, how you doing? Ouch. Okay. Well, not really enjoying this thing right here. Okay. There you go. Much better. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. And I think the results are in. Okay. Let's go for... It looks like we're going to go for Vashtorr. Okay, so we're going to scrap the Venator idea. And we're just going to go for Vashtorr instead. If we've got any time, we'll work on Azrael, but I don't know. I think Vashtorr will probably take a good chunk time. Thank you very much, Illinois. Thank you. Just had a long conversation. Yeah, no worries, Kriegsman. No worries. Absolutely fine, my friend. Absolutely fine. No worries. That's the thing. If people can be here for the live stream, then they can. If they can't, they can't. It's absolutely fine. If I'm perfectly honest, I wasn't sure I was going to do one, but I decided that I could today. And I'll be back tomorrow, so I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow as well. So let's build Vashtorr. Okay. Yeah, 2 sprues, 2023. I'm guessing that the sprues were broken down in the box set. I haven't really watched unboxing of that set, but anyway, we need his back. I'm really interested to find out like how big Vashtorr is, more than anything. Anyway, massive 80mm base there. So five and then 8. Where is 8 gone? Thought it'd be on here. Can I mean that's on the other side? No, it's not that. There's 8. Aha, it was on the other sprue. Wow, okay, it's a bit strange. Yeah, it would be nice to get some Dark Mechanicum or something, because of Vashtorr. It's a shame that we haven't got anything like it though. So we also need 7 and 6, 6 and 7. That's 8. There we go. 6 and 7. Right, there's 7. Excellent. And then the other side of his chest. And 3 and 2. Okay, and that should be this part done. I'm not really familiar with this mini. Last sort of chaos minis that I made was World Eaters. Still holding out for that Combat Patrol. They are withholding it for quite some time, aren't they now? We might as well... What weapon is this anyway? I haven't even seen his rules. Is it like a flamer or a melter? I need to grab his rules from somewhere. Number 9. Which is this? There it is. It's kind of spike that goes in the middle. Yeah, there's a fair few parts to this one, isn't there? Okay. We are going to complete Vashtorr in this live stream. I'm wondering whether I can change the title of the video. No. No, I thought I'd be able to. Oh, good. Good to hear that you feel all right, Briggsman. Yeah, very true. Very, very true. Very, very true. It's not all lost. Oh, God. I think I've... I'm just trying to remember which part I just set down. Yeah, what I plan on doing is, if I do get the set next week on Saturday, and I can't see why I wouldn't receive it, I would like to build one of the raptor-like little creatures, and definitely build the slam. They're the two things for that stream that I'd like to do. I'm not going to be able to live stream on the Sunday though, which is a bit of a shame. But because it's a bank holiday on that Monday, I will be able to live stream on the Monday. So there is that. think that's us done for those. Again, if you just joined in the live stream, I was building Dante, finished Dante. I'm now moved on to Vashtorr. Put in the comments if you wish what you're building or painting this evening. Okay, right. Let's clean these up. Yeah, in terms of this model, in terms of Vashtorr, painting wise, he seems, obviously he's a demon, but he seems like he's just flesh with mechanical parts stripped on him and things. That's what it seems like. So colour wise, sort of demon flesh, I guess. But then he looks a bit bling with his gold hammer and things, doesn't he? Maybe it's because I think the flesh is a bit too close to her. It's a bit too pastel-y, I want to say, rather than like oily or greasy or, you know, dark. It's just very pale flesh colour. Okay, that's that side done. Yeah, plenty of mod lines down here as well. I honestly can't believe we're coming up to 5 years next month of the I say second release of Knights, of the big Knight Dominus model. Can't believe it's been 5 years since that model came out. That has just flown by. It does, yeah, you're right. 2018, God. Where's that gone? I think this this edition as well, 9th edition has flown by. When did 9th edition come out? What, 3 years ago? It's over 3 years now. Was it 2020? Yeah, like July time or something of 2020, wasn't it? You know, all those Necrons and things. And now we're back to the old Ultramarines and Tyranids. The reboot for Advance Wars came out yesterday. I think it was yesterday, and I think one of the reviewers said it had been 23 years or something like that. And I thought, what? It's been like 23 years since Advance Wars came out on the GBA. My friend lent it to me, and he I think, I don't know whether he lent me Fire Emblem as well. I think he lent me Advance Wars and Fire Emblem, and at 2 different times. And it's one of these cases where I played them a little bit and enjoyed them so much that I just gave them straight back to him and picked them up. I mean, it's a turn-based strategy game. How am I not going to enjoy that? Found you like 15 minutes ago through a knife review. Lovely to see you also do 40k. Oh, thank you, LNKY. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've really been enjoying my Benchmade knives recently. I haven't done any knife reviews for a number of years. I did see a few knives on Heine Haynes, which is where I normally get my knives from in the UK. I might pick one up, and there might be a knife review. I mean, you know, always stay hopeful. But yeah, I've been reviewing and unboxing Warhammers for a number of years now. But this channel originally started off as reviewing knives. Yeah. Still got them all. Still got all of the knives in all of those unboxings and reviews. Still enjoy them. Enjoy sharpening them. Enjoy lubing them, I guess, and using them. I think storage is a big factor in kind of knife collecting. As I wouldn't say so much here in the UK. In the UK, you just got to be wary of moisture and just oxidization and things. Like, I wouldn't keep them outside in a shed or a garage. Where was I keeping them? I think I was keeping them near a window or windowsill or something, like just a few of them. And yeah, they needed a bit of repair. But this is a while ago, many years ago. But since I've moved them all into the house, they're sort of acclimatized, if you will. But if you live in those hot, humid states or countries, then yeah, maybe keep them in a foam case or something. Trying to think of what else to pick up for the Seraphon though, like moving forward. What people would like to see me cover, other than that Forge World Carnosaur thing, Revan from Forge World. Maybe I'll have a little look, see what's on Games Workshop's website. Okay, so we've got, if we scoot on over to, are they order? Apparently they are. So Lord Croak, he's kind of a must, isn't he, really? Such a lovely, lovely mini. Everything's out of stock though. The Sauroses are out of stock, the Stegodon's out of stock, the Realm Shaper engine's out of stock, all the Pterodon Riders are. The Bastillodon is. Oh, they've still got skinks. It's almost like the only thing that's in stock are the skinks. Yeah, there's not a huge range to them, is there at all? I think they've got one of the least ranges. They've got less than the Deepkin, apparently. Less than the Sylvaneth. Less than Lumineth. Daughters of Cain, a similar amount. Yeah, they haven't got that many units, have they? Really? Before the old Terminator squad get purged, can you re-review them before 10th edition? Yes, Revan. Well, it's been something that I've been thinking about doing for quite some time, and it's slipped out of my head the past few years. But I was on track of doing that for 9th edition, is to review all the standard Space Marines. And I'm sure someone wanted me to do this or reminded me to do it. Just review them, and I can, you know, obviously review them being painted as well, because I painted them a while ago. Happy to re-review Terminators, yeah. I think I've got about 150 Terminators or so, and you just know with this new set I'm going to get another 30 or so. But yeah, I'd be happy to do that. I don't think I've got time to really review anything else, any other Space Marine units before 10th. I would rather wait until the 10th edition drops for their rules. Wondering whether scouts will get put back in the troop section now that primaris can ride in other vehicles, or other Space Marines can ride in primaris. I don't know what they're doing with that. Can't remember. Banish scouts to fast attack. Interesting. 9-inch movement. Whew. I understand why they did it, but, well, I don't, but kind of know a little bit of why they did it. You know, to avoid you from just getting cheap troop choices and filling out your other force organisation with better, expensive units. I get that, but, you know, we're like 20 years late for that. People did that over 20 years ago. Right, time for some gluing, I think. I've been working on these for quite some time, these two back panels. Yeah, that way around, I think. Pretty cool. Yep, I like that, Revan. That's a good idea. Either way, I don't think they should be in elites. Whatever we decide, wherever we decide to put them. And then we just connect these two halves. Google ate your super chat. I read that as Google ate my super cat. Sorry. I mean, it's understandable. There's a lot of cat videos out there. I wonder what AI would think of all those cat videos out there. Okay, right, so this spike thing goes on his back, about there. It's quite cool looking. There you go. And then we've got some new parts to attach. I think it's like his chest and his connection point to the loincloth thing, whatever you want to call that. I didn't look it up earlier. But it's this strange looking piece here. So 12, 11 and 10. Definitely not on there. There's 11. So that's his chest. 10 is like a bundle of wires. Thinking it's back on here. There it is. Guess it was on here after all. Okay, so they're the new pieces. Quite a quite a number of pages for Vashtorr. And then we work on his legs. Eventually we work on his hammer and his arm. And then finally the wings and the base. That's the last last things that we're going to work on. I did say that we'd finish him tonight, so naked apron thing. Yeah, that's the one. Jeff Bezos, isn't he Amazon? Oh yeah. So you building any rockets anytime soon? Or is that just Elon? Jeff Musk. So this looks like the top, which you don't think we'll ever see, maybe? I don't think we'll see these cable things. Yeah, definitely, yeah. No, it's was it the biggest ever? I'm sure I heard that it was the biggest ever. Hey, the sooner that we can get that moon base up and running, the sooner we can go to Mars. The sooner we can deal with the Tyranid High Fleet, right? Oh dear. Imagine that. It's probably best not to imagine, you know, an all-consuming alien race slowly creeping its way to Earth. No, it's probably let's just have a bit of chocolate and sleep easy tonight, shall we, instead? Largest object ever launched. Nice. Very cool. Very, very cool. More lines than I expected on Vashtorr. I mean, I was expecting some, but not this many. Still, it's a bit of a project though. Got to get that fine balance though between speed and then the cost, and then how fun it would be to paint, I think. Right, so can attach all of these on. Let's just put this cable thingy on first. Goes on the opposite way you'd think. It's taller than the Saturn, but 5 by 10 meters. That's quite considerable, 10 meters. Okay, then I'm going to put this chest on. Is it chest day today? On Saturdays we do chest. No? I never really get that. I just go in the gym and probably do many things, but when I speak to some people, they say, "Oh, I did triceps and shoulders today." Like that's it. Like you go in the gym and you just focus on those two muscle groups. Interesting. It's probably why I'm in for so long. Right, legs then. Leg day as well today. So 16, 17 and 18. 16. The foot and the armour is on the opposite sprue. How bizarre. All right, so that's that. And then we've got 13. 15 and 14. 15 and 14. That's the legs done. And then you've just got this groin armour panel that attaches with number 19. So this thing here, it's quite cool looking, don't get me wrong. And the attachment point. There it is. It's a whole armour plate, size of a space marine. Well, almost. And then we just work on the arm, and then, well, the arms in total, and the hammer, and then the wings, and then we're done. So I don't think the wings are too complex either. I think I'm going to have more issues with the claws and the arms than anything else. It is real because it looks so fake. What is real? If someone asked you to join Build Stream Group, would you join them? Yeah, but I don't have a separate camera, so I don't think that would work, really, unless they unless I uploaded this into Streamlabs and then they split it that way. I don't know. I'm not really that savvy when it comes to that. I mean, I will get a camera anyway because I think it's worth me getting a camera and live streaming from the laptop when it comes to painting, because I would like a different. I'd like this camera angle, but also one, you know, closer to the Mini. And then get to 100k subs and have one on my face. No, you got a long way for that happening, I think. But when he launched one of his cars into space. Okay. Yeah, and I think we know more about space than our own oceans as well, Sampler, just to kind of chip in there. Hey, I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, he can do what he likes, can't he? Really, and we can likewise we can all have opinions on it. If he wants to spend absolute billions sending rockets into space to then, you know, get the moon base operational, to then help NASA send people to Mars and create a colony and things. Yeah, I think that's a good thing. And you know, a lot of money is invested in these projects and things, and a lot of discoveries are made, and a lot of science is used, and if we can conduct experiments in space and in different atmospheres and with different elements and things, well, you know what I mean, but in different conditions, then, you know, there might be discoveries and that might filter down, and you know, also it's a bit of a selfish thing for me to say, but I also think it's nice to have a backup. Like if something hits our planet, or if there's a massive solar flare, or I don't know, it's just nice to have a backup, like have us on a few planets rather than just on one rock in the middle of the Milky Way, you know. Whether you think we deserve to have a backup or not, I don't know, but you know, we are where we are, and if we've got the opportunity for that, then that's great. I don't know. I just do sometimes think I was born in the wrong wrong era. I can very much see myself in space, traveling around space, and all those kind of things, and quite au fait with the technology and things. Offending people is part of telling your thoughts. Well, this is a thing, Reverend. Like, offence is not given; it's taken. So you know, we definitely need to have our freedom of speech and to say what we feel, and you know, and give our opinions. But whether people take offence to that is up to them. You know, there's some things that will offend people, and some things that won't offend others, and it's a very much personal thing, really. You reckon it'll get people on the moon by 2035? Yeah. Yeah, I guess it is, isn't it? Really, I guess the rocket and space travel and things is very much related to our hobby. You know, this is a science fiction universe that we're all passionate about, and you know, except for in our reality, as far as we know, there isn't, like, you know, intergalactic travel through a different medium such as the warp. You know, as far as we know. I mean, the thing is that is true though is if we're unable to travel at the speed of light or close to it, then there needs to be a shortcut, doesn't there? There needs to be some kind of way of going from point A to B without actually travelling it, if you see what I mean, by taking a shortcut through space. Wormholes, black holes, whatever, where sort of time and gravity fluctuate. But anyway, that's another sort of story, I guess. Back onto miniature painting, building. Back onto miniature building. But I do like those debates. I do like the talk about us going to different planets, and you know, I think the key thing will be other species. Like if and when we make, you know what I mean by like official contact, you know, because there's been sightings and things, hasn't there, obviously. But when we make like official contact and it's in the public and all those kind of things, that will be the game changer, I think. You know, how advanced is that civilization, if they even do exist? What do they bring to the table? What do they want from us? What could we provide them, other than funny cat videos? I mean, funny cat videos are pretty cool, but you know, I'm sure we can give them something. I mean, I've got a lot of models that need painting, so if they're short of things to paint, then I can provide them with some things. Light speed by 3000. Imagine a 40k story about us in 2023 in a book made by Dan Abnett conversing like this, and then fast forward 40k years. Oh man, I've been reading Dan Abnett for over 20 years. Our man is such a legend. He's such a nice guy as well in person. He's so cool, and I'd love him to write a book about a day in the life of a hobbyist or something like that. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? I think. Or a book or a story about a hobbyist in the 41st millennium. How about that? you know, whether... I'm sure I read one book where someone had a model of a Thunderhawk, and it might have been a Horus Heresy one. I'm sure of it. Big question is, was it plastic? Super, was it plastic? I don't know. They didn't really go into the detail of the material, but plastic Thunderhawk confirmed. You wonder if 10th edition will have the Lost and the Damned, since there's a lot of cultist units in the Chaos Space Marines Codex. That would be cool. Would you have Primaris Lost and the Damned though? I don't know. You've met someone who has offered me a room in the north to stay if I want to do the big tournament thing. What's the big tournament thing, Greg? What's the big tournament thing? Is that the Warhammer Fest, or is that something else? Oh, painting tournament. Okay, interesting. Clean up these chicken legs. Okay, so we're just over 2 hours and a little bit. So I will be finishing at 3 because I do want to go into the Discord as well, because I haven't spoken to a few of you for a while. Right, so that's that leg done. I just want to glue this leg together before then I work on the other leg, and then we can stick both of them on, and we're good to go to start the arms. And as I say, I don't think the wings will take too long. There you go. Uh, oh, okay. Straight up horseman. Straight up horseman of the apocalypse vibes. That man has a way with words. Oh yeah, Luton. Yeah. You drop Luton due to he easily into internet drama. Most of my 40k content is from Super and deep dark corner of the internet. So you drop Luton because he's too easily into the internet drama. Yeah, I wonder about that. Like I'm not easy into the internet drama at all. Like at all. I won't jump on that. But the thing is, I don't. Was he always like that though? I think as your channel gets bigger, maybe you feel the. I don't know what you'd call it, but feel the need for speed. No, the need to kind of communicate more things to your follower, your subscribers and things, like maybe. So I wonder whether it comes. I don't think it comes from a, oh, you know, I need views or I need subs and things like that. I don't think it does. I think it comes from his passion, and also he's got a lot of subscribers and things. So I guess he wants to keep people up to date. Again, I'm not defending the chap. I just think it might come from those places. Yeah, obliged. There you go. I mean, you might feel obliged to keep people in the loop. But I don't know. I haven't watched a video of his for a while. So, Bob, hey Super, why aren't you building the lion? You know all these people that are selling the lion and retinue on eBay. Just copy and paste. Like, well, I do a command C actually. Your own comment, and then input it into the instant message to those sellers, and then they might give you an answer. I don't know, but I'll not give you the answer that you're looking for. But pretty much that's the answer. No, it's not the case I'm not lucky enough. It's that scalpers bought them all, and Games Workshop's website was absolutely, which I've already covered. I've already covered that Games Workshop's web store was. It was a number of things, wasn't it? It was the web store. It was the scalpers. It was deciding to release everything on one day. It really was a cluster of bad things, bad choices. And it's going to be out in like a couple of weeks anyway. It really is going to be soon. So you won't have to wait 5 years, Bob, for you know, to pick up a lion. So don't worry. Oh, you got refunded, Krieg. Nice one. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll put that towards a paint for the Seraphon. How about that? I kind of want an orangey colour though. Orangey contrast, if I've got any contrast. I do want to do them in contrast though. I think spraying them with the is it Shabti bone or the Wraith bone? Spraying them with the Wraith bone and then contrasting the Seraphon. I think that would be a decent move. Yeah, so tomorrow evening, kind of after 6 or so, I'll be trialing out my new pre-order preview vid. It's going to be a very short video, might as well be a YouTube short. Just giving you a heads up on what's on the preview. I'm going to try and do that next weekend as well. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, thank you, Greaseman, for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, a YouTube lore master. Oh, sorry. Gary and Jimmy, they sound like wow, top blokes. Can only imagine what good deeds you've been doing. I hope it's touched the hearts of many people. I hope you've cheered people up. So they obviously recognise your hard work. So no, that's a good story, Bob. You got a friend called Rolf as well. You got any pets? Is he Australian? Saturday pre-orders, a nice weekly recap on what happened over GD. Oh yeah, I'll still do that, Revan. Don't worry, I'll still do the Saturday news and pre-order video. Yeah, it's just I want to do a short preview video on a Sunday evening. I'm going to trial that just to say here's what's up for pre-order next weekend. I predict the prices are, you know, I think I'm at the stage now where I could predict prices for many of the products coming out. I just label them all as expensive because that's what they are nowadays, you know. But so is everything, really. Anyway, we'll get off that topic. You're so glad you didn't collect Space Marines. Okay. Oh, hang on. What are the news about Warhammer right now? Some big box like Horus Heresy or something? Yes, that's the news. No, I haven't got a clue. Perfectly honest with you, I don't know. I haven't got a source in working at Games Workshop HQ. I only know what you know. What's been announced by Games Workshop, what's been official. Mr. Harris, is that your, like, so formal, is that like your teacher or something, or is that a teacher you know? Anything more than £1 could be counted as expensive. Nah, I don't think so. I think you go around the shops today and most things are like £3 or £4. Like cereal, butter, milk is yeah, it's a bit crazy. But it's not just that. It's not just like, this is why it is pretty tough, is it's not just one thing, one area of the market. It's not just like food. It's everything else. I'm kind of glad I've got the Warhammer that I have. I didn't pay too much for it. I mean, I could sell it, maybe. or sell the armies that I, you know, not keen on anymore. You know, as much as I like the thought of having gene stealers, and I like a few of the models, quite easily sell that army, become a millionaire, or sell sisters. You know, I've got a decent Custodes force. If I just kept with Custodes and Dark Angels, or Black Consuls, and just sell everything else. Sell the Titans? I don't know. If someone offered me like £5 for the Warlord, I'd yeah, here you go. Here's the Warlord, built and painted by me. But Super, would you then go out and buy like 3 Warlords? No, I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't even buy 1 with the money. I'd buy £5,000 of Gene Stealers. No, I wouldn't. Upcoming Eldar kill team. I should get some Tau. Yeah, Tau, you know, Tau do have good battle suits. I'm not sure if the kids like them. I wouldn't know that. And I don't know how you would know that either, but... No, I mean, if I sold my Warlord, my painted Warlord, would I then buy another Warlord with the money? No, I don't think I would. £5,000 for jeans is quite expensive, even for hype beast kids. No. I wouldn't buy clothes with it. No, no, no. Clothes last a long, long time, don't they? I wouldn't spend £5 on food or clothes or electronics. I wouldn't put any of that into my car, or the motorbikes. Motorbikes. I don't know. And the thing is, like, even if you were to invest it, I'll say invest it, just like put it in the bank, keep it safe in the bank, you're not going to get much interest on it. So, I don't know. What would you guys do with £5 Whether it's British pounds or doll hairs? Marriage funds? Yeah, what, keep it for marriage funds? I ain't saying she's a gold digger. But she does only hang out with guys that aren't in the hobby. Right, let's stick his legs on. What? I wouldn't dunk them in resin and have them bought by an Australian bad boy. Oh God, no, I wouldn't. No. Would I buy the rest of your chapter for £5 grand? You really need £5 to finish your chapter? That seems a bit steep. I thought you already had a lot. Anyway, you probably hear that I'm getting a bit tired. So I think it is a good idea to stop at 10 this evening. Will he stand up? Just, I guess he won't because he has to go on his. They show him stood up already, but he's not really stood up. He's sort of, what? Oh, okay. So I think he'll stand up like so. Oh, so he's that tall. So is he taller than? Yeah, he's a fair bit taller than Dante. How many points of Imperial Knights a grand could get? I don't know, but I'm going to sneeze. Oh, sorry. When you say Imperial Knights, are we talking about all of the knights, including, well, Asterius you can use for Imperial Knights, but well, how much are knights now? Are they 200 or a bit more than 200? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I have 5 Cerastus Knights, so that's a grand. You could get easily 2 Porphyrions and half of a Asterius, so that's like 2 grand. The Megira and the Styrics, they're like 150 each or something, so that's like, let's just say that's 2.5 grand. That's half the money already. So you've got another 2.5 grand to buy loads more armigers. I mean, I've probably got about 3 to 4 grams worth of not. Oh yeah, I've got all the Dominus ones, haven't I, as well? Crikey, yeah, and I've got like 10 normal knights or something, so that's a grand. I probably do have about 5 grand of knights, maybe. I don't know. Let's put this thing on. Every day I love you less and less. Quick, before the algorithm gets in. Is that Kaiser Chiefs? It's from a film as well. Can't remember what the film is where it's on there. Right, so we'll put this, slide this under. Or no, it just connects. Very clean, I like that. I like that, very, very clean. You might want to kind of leave off doing this until you've painted it though. Just a word of wisdom there. Very clean though, I like that. And then this will protect his whatever. Oh, you can't see his abs anymore. Optional. I do, thank you, Revan. I do have a lot, but I do have a lot, but my flyers is a bit meh. Two Stormfangs is not enough. Oh no, Sampler, yeah. If you've only got 2 Stormfangs and no Interceptors or Storm Talons, Storm Ravens, Storm Eagles, Storm Birds, Storm everything. Then no Thunderhawks. Then yeah, you need a bit more for a chapter to have 2 Stormfangs. Yeah, you need to bump up those numbers, Sampler. Okay, we're gonna start the arms and things now. Why not? I might even take these wings off. We'll see which go on which side. So 38 goes on the my right. It goes on my right. Just to see how big these are. I say wings. They're just like blades. Wow. It's there. Well, they're quite big though. It's going to be quite a tall model. Right, so his left arm, 32. Followed by 33. Yeah, this flamer thing. And then flanked by 34 and 35. With a 37 Van Brace. And a 36 opposable thumb. It looks like. There it is. Wow, we have whittled these parts down now. And then the hammer should be quite straightforward too. So we were close to completing him. I think we definitely would have completed him if we didn't do Dante. 29. 28 and 30 plus 27 is the hammer. Yeah, this thing. This looks cool. Yeah, and that's the two arms. We've just got a bit of the tail, a few, his head, parts for the base, and then that's done really. So we're done. We're done well. No worries, Revan. Thanks for joining in for the stream. Yeah, thanks for your support as always. You take care. Yeah, it definitely does need a bit more sampling. Yeah, definitely needs a bit more. Don't need these at the moment. Well, we'll need them for Azrael when I build Azrael. Okay, I'm gonna finish this stream at 10 o'clock, which is in 10 minutes time, just to give everybody a heads up. I think we made some great progress tonight. You know, we're almost built 2 minis, which means, you know, the quicker I can get these built and finished, the quicker we can get the reviews out. So it's all progress. And these characters are much quicker than like the tanks. You know, the Cerberus tank I bought today, that's gonna be another project. Much like the Typhon was. The Typhon took me a fair while to complete. But I hope you've enjoyed the entertainment this evening. It's a good commentary and discussions. Always go off topic. And I will be back tomorrow. That's the great news about all of this at the moment is, yeah, recently I'm able to live stream on a Sunday. Kind of want to keep ploughing on with the Thunderhawk though, rather than start yet another new mini with the Seraphon. So the thing, once all of those pieces are cleaned, we can then start putting it together, buying the magnets and things, and then spraying it and painting it. I'm looking forward to doing that. Ready for 10th edition, maybe? I think so. It'd be nice to have a Thunderhawk to transport the new Terminators in. Not a massive fan of that Librarian, but the actual Terminators themselves look cool. Yes, definitely, yeah, Thunderhawk tomorrow. Skull King, you're completely new to Warhammer and went the way of Age of Sigmar. You subscribe to Stormbringer, purchasing pretty much everything Slaves to Darkness. I can get hands on and a few Stormcast Dragons. Nice one, sounds good. I'm covering the Seraphon release. So there's the set coming out on Saturday. I'm really looking forward to it because I've never had any Seraphon or Skinks, so and I'll be painting them as we go along, and so I hope you join for that Age of Sigmar content. My most popular content is Horus Heresy and, well, in particular Titans, but I don't know, I just enjoy making Age of Sigmar content more than sort of 40k. Let's read your other comment. You wanting also to get into 40k, wondering if you have any recommendations for an army with nice mechs and some good looking vehicles, tempted by Dark Angels, but anything else? Nice mechs. What kind of mechs are you into? I mean, if you're brand new to the hobby, I definitely suggest you I say join our Discord. That's a really great place because there's so many people from YouTube that are in Discord. It's all free, obviously. Let's just find the link. No. Copy that. It's an odd thing to be putting at the end of a stream, but Tau, yeah, Tau do have some good battle suits. There you go. If I pin that, there you go, that's pinned. Yeah, Tau have some really good mechs, but when I say what are you into, like, are you into kind of knights, like Imperial Knights, which can be used with Dark Angels, Space Marines, like this, like something like that? I mean, that's a bit complex. Are you into sort of Armiger Knights like these? They're quite cool and fun. Or are you into like that Doredio Dreadnought, which is right here, which is very, very cool. Or you could go one step up, and are you into like your big Warlord Titans like that? You know, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, Seraphon looks like everything we've had, probably. Yeah, you know, join the Discord. You know, if you've got any questions, you can always put your questions there, and either me or someone who's very helpful will give you their answer. There's a lot of people that have been in the hobby for many years in the Discord too, so yeah, it's a wealth of experience, which is cool. And also it gives you a chance to upload your pictures of anything that you're building or painting. It's always good to get some positive reinforcement from your work and your hobby. I've been very impressed by the models and minis that the people in my Discord are putting up. I think it's really cool. And also new purchases as well, like if you pick up something that you're really happy about, I always put my new purchases in usually, so you get a bit of a preview of what's coming up on the channel, which is nice. Okay, that's pretty much the arms ready to file and to glue, but I think we've made some good progress tonight. You know, we built Dante. I'll be finishing Vashtorr sort of probably tomorrow evening in my own time. That's where his wings go. I mean, do they go? They go straight out of. They sort of go there in a way. So that's where he measures up. He's pretty tall mini, just very thin. Anyway, we've made some great progress. I'm going to hop on over to Discord now to chat with anyone who is there. So that's quite cool. But thank you everyone that's been here from the very start, watching me build Dante. I will obviously at one point live stream building the Lion and you know, the Seraphon set next weekend. So hopefully you join me there. But if not, I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy all the content as normal. Thanks for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.